Hello, everyone. Welcome to the roast of Justin Bettencourt. I'm your host, Stephen Norton. Let me just turn this off. All right. Joining us this evening is NSFE. They're all here. See their smiling, lovely faces. This roast is 18 plus, so kids, please go to bed. Joining me tonight, NSFE, Nicholas Anderson, and James Sanguinetti. We also have here Natalie Cabral and the roasty Justin Bettencourt. Special guest, Lady Sabrina. Now, there are a few things I would like to cover before we start. This is a live and unrehearsed roast. None of us have ever heard this material before tonight. Given the current global circumstances, we thought it would be fun to do an online live stream / roast. But due to an enormous number of people sheltered in their homes, many internet service providers and servers are struggling to keep up with the demand. We ask that you be patient with us as we stream, and we will do our best to address any technical issues that may arise while streaming. We also ask the dais to react and laugh, but to keep in mind that everyone at home can hear you, so please mute your mic or turn away when you laugh so that no one can hear you. Nick, I see you. Those watching at home, please feel free to comment in the chat section. We may highlight some of your comments during the course of the evening. Without further ado, I would like to call up our first roaster of the evening. Our first roaster of the evening is a local actor. He got his first debut as a child actor in community theater. James's father cast him as Tiny Tim in New Bedford's 1992 A Christmas Carol. But, you know, James, it's not too hard to land a part when you're banging the director. Oh. Coincidentally, James got knee pads for Christmas that year. Give it up for James Sanguinetti.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Let's hear for Steve, our roast master. Give it up for Steve. Thank you. Isn't Steve great? I don't mean great. I mean grating. Like his fucking voice, it just gets on your ears. I can only listen to him for like short periods of times. No, I'm kidding. Steve is great. You know, the video, the intro at TED Work, the entire idea behind the roast. This is all Steve. I'm not kidding. Steve, he really is a big part of the group. Oh, no. I mean to say he's the bigot part of the group. Still offense. Steve is so bigoted. Like, geez, we can't go to rehearsal without him making at least like one Jew joke. He literally finds a way to make a Jew joke about everything. Like, we'll be doing a sketch about Santa Claus, and he's like, let's put Hitler in it. I'm like, dude, no. Like, damn, he's so bigoted, he actually thought that Mein Kampf was light reading. It's actually on his coffee table right now. It's right next to his Vogue and his Gas Chambers Monthly. Like, this is how Steve is, okay? He's so bigoted. Like, Steve, you really need to stop. You remember when Borat came out and everyone was quoting it? They're like, you know, very nice. And the Jew, he has your claws and he steals your money, right? Steve was one of those people. Like, everyone was quoting it. Steve was quoting it all the time, too. He was actually quoting it before the movie even came out. Like, he didn't even know the movie existed when he was saying those quotes. Sacha Baron Cohen spent a year and a half writing that movie. And all he had to do was hang out with Steve for 20 minutes, and he had enough material for Borat 1, 2, 3, like, just to last it all. The thing is that I think Steve is just, like, easily swayed by things. He tries to keep educated, but he ends up to watching a ton of weird right-wing shit, and in the process, he'll come in and he'll be like, yo, you guys got to check out this video I just watched. And you know what? It's fucking Ben Shapiro. Like, Ben fucking Shapiro. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm not watching Ben fucking Shapiro, dude. What the fuck? He's like, no, watch it. He makes a good point. I'm like, dude, if you keep listening to that shit, Steve, the only point we're going to know about is the one on the top of your hood. Okay, dude? That's the point I'm going to see. You're just so easily swayed that, like, you're just a bag of meth and a tiger away from flying out to Oklahoma to meet your next husband, dude. Like, that's all I have to say. No, but seriously, thank you, Steve, for hosting. You put this all together, dude. He's managing it right now. We could have not done this without you. Oh, wait, no, not at all. My fucking nephew puts videos on my dude. There's 7-year-olds on YouTube with fucking 1 million viewers. Like, this is not hard shit at all. But so, yeah, so, Steve, yeah, whatever. You're Steve, okay? No, but I'd like to thank everyone, seriously, for tuning in. We are NSFE. We are a comedy sketch group. We actually came together about a little over a year and a few months ago. We came together. We were all in a previous comedy group, and we all actually left at the same time, like around the same time. And afterwards, I thought to myself, I really liked working with the funniest, most talented people in that group. So when I asked those guys to make a new group, they all said no. So I ended up going with Nick, Natalie, and Steve, of course. And that's how, NSFE ended up getting formed. And then eventually we met Justin, and the rest, as they say, is, the shittiest comedy group ever in the history of the comedy groups. Okay, that's what they say. So I see Nick laughing here. So there's Nick. What's there not to say about Nick? Besides his obnoxious laugh, his small penis, and his Jeffrey Epstein-like qualities, okay? What is there to say about Nick? First off, damn fucking Nick. Look at Nick. Look at Nick. I actually printed this out to show you. This is what Nick used to look like, okay? Damn fucker. Dude. When people suggested to quarantine, they didn't mean go find a cave at the top of the mountain and lock yourself in with a little cane and goats running around, dude. What the hell, man? You look like a hermit. Dude, you look like Harvey Weinstein's mugshot had sex with Joe Exotic's mugshot, okay? That is what you fucking look like right now, dude. Dude, they have these things called razor blades. Seriously, dude, please go find one. And then after you find it, go find a nice warm bathtub, fill it, light some candles, put on some fucking Indigo Girls, and okay. No, but honestly, like Nick is he's our Harvey Weinstein. No, I'm serious. Like, he's our Harvey Weinstein. He's a major part of the group. He gets a lot of stuff done that no one actually fucking can name. He's done a bunch of shit. Can you name one Harvey Weinstein thing? He's the behind the scenes guy, is what I'm saying. Meaning we keep him behind the scenes because no one wants to see that ugly mug of his on stage. Dude, Nick, I need to ask you, do Bigfoot hunters come by your house taking pictures now? Like, making sure? Dude, when you proposed to Natalie, was it like watching Lord of the Rings? Like, oh, my precious, here you go. Like, here, okay. The ring is for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, the final thing I have to say is Nick's idol is Chandler from Friends. He likes Chandler's dry sense of humor. He likes his wit. He even admits he tries to look like Chandler. And by that, I mean, he looks like he just came out of rehab and ate nothing but Hot Pockets for the past 2 years. Okay. That's Nick, everyone. Nick, as you know, is engaged to Natalie. Now, Natalie, we love Natalie. Like, she's sweet, she's adorable. We love her like, it's like how Joe Exotic loves tigers. What I mean by that is we keep her in a cage all the time. We mistreat the fuck out of her nonstop. And then when finally we have a show and people come to see us, we hose all the shit off her to make her look semi-good. And then let her get seen for an hour and a half. And then we're done, okay? And then we throw her right back in the cage, okay? No, but I'm really happy we found Natalie. Like, she's great. And look, I'm really happy we found Nick. Before Nick, we all knew Natalie and she got around. Like Natalie's pussy is so beat up that Nick nicknamed it Rihanna. Okay? Her pussy is so old by now that they let it into supermarkets at 7 a.m. to go shopping, okay? Yeah, Natalie. You look like Caitlyn Jenner made out with fucking Carol Baskins, Natalie. Fuck, okay? Holy fuck, Natalie. Jesus. You're so Portuguese. You have that last name Cabral. You have the culture background, that gaudy furniture. You have, like, poles behind you that were made in 1962. Fuck. Like, there's a small rat crawling above your lip right now, but, Nick's just jealous about that. Dude, it's very obvious that there's no razors in your house whatsoever. Because, Jesus, Gillette would go out of business trying to clean you two fuckers up right now. Fuck. I only can imagine how hairy it is down there. When you fucking, like have sex, it looks like my fucking garden. Like, there's so much bush. Jesus. No, we love you guys. We love you. That's NSFE. We are a group. We do love each other. This is all love here. We do have a special guest, Lady Sabrina. Thank you for joining us, Lady Sabrina. She is the guest of honor for our roast tonight. For all one of you who couldn't tell, she's a drag queen. And what a drag queen means is this: that's code for after Steve has 3 beers, he's gonna find her attractive and start hitting on her. So. She actually knows Justin though, and that's why she's here tonight. And Sabrina, for that, I'm sorry you actually know Justin. In honesty, you probably should get tested. Not an STD test, of course, an IQ test, because no one in the right mind would fucking hang around with Justin willingly and come do something with him. Okay, but it is impressive to be a drag queen. It's hard to do this, to go on stage. They say it takes a lot of tuck to do that. Nick tried it once, and he had no tucking whatsoever needed for Nick to do it. He's like, "What tuck? What's a tuck exactly?" We're like, "Oh, never mind, Nick. We don't need to know that." No, but Sabrina, thank you so much for being here. You look great. You have more boobs than Natalie, and that's even with your outfit off. Okay, thank you. So without further ado, it's time for the man of the hour. Justin. That's actually his nickname, the man of the hour, because before Miles, that's how long you get him for before he'd be hitting up the next dude on Grindr. It's like, oh fuck, yeah, gotta clean this cum out my asshole, and on to the next fucker. Yeah, okay. And an hour's being generous, by the way. I'm using a ballpark estimate. I'm probably tripling the amount of time you spent with the dude here. Okay. You've had so much cum in you, Justin, that women pay you $30,000 to have kids, okay? Like, take a withdrawal. Justin, you look like Kristen Stewart grew a beard right now. Kristen Stewart's about to get a sex change, and you'd still like look more feminine than her. There's actually a friend of mine who's watching. I texted him, told him that you were going to be the host. He's like, let me guess. He's a karaoke DJ? I'm not surprised. Let me guess, he has tattoos, and his sense of comedy is bitch. I'm like, no way, Justin bitchy? No way. Dude, you're so bitchy that Tiger King hired a hitman to fucking kill you, okay? That's how bitchy you are. No, but seriously, like, Justin is a huge part of our group. We found him because he's a karaoke DJ at a place we perform at called Bobby's. I actually asked Sabrina if she'd ever done drag at Bobby's, and she said, it's too dirty. Damn. Fucking damn. When a fucking place is too dirty for a drag queen that she won't even work there, you know it's a shithole. It's basically the asshole of where we work. Fucking, it's the asshole work that even Justin nicknamed it Miles. Miles is his fiance for what's worth. We love you, Miles. No pun intended. Yes, he's the DJ at Bobby's. If people come to actually see Justin, all 3 of them, who come to see you. Yeah, his specialty, he loves playing Disney songs to perform, which is really appropriate because he likes appealing to little kids that once they grew up, that they know it's a little bit, there's no way they can talk about liking it anymore. But I am proud of you, Justin, for being part of the group. You've done a lot of great things. Last year at Fall River Pride, he headlines. And by headline means he formed a line to give head to the people so they'd actually watch his shitty DJ. Okay? He is engaged to Miles, and I'm going to leave it at that. Justin, thanks for being a sport about all this shit you're going to get. You're going to be torn a new asshole, which we know Miles is going to thank us for later. But yes, thanks for being part of our group, and we love you, brother. Cheers.
Wow. Okay. Starting us off right, Jimmy Spaghetti. Okay.
Oh God.
Our next roaster this evening is Natalie Cabral. Despite the lack of facial hair, I assure you, she is 100% pure Portuguese woman. Everyone give it up for Natalie.
I don't get it. I see James's face. I keep trying to swipe left, but I don't know. It's not working. I'm sorry. When I met James, my first thought was somewhere there's a village missing its idiot. Seriously, dude, if I wanted to kill myself, I'd climb your ego and then jump down to your IQ. Don't worry, James. I can explain it to you. The problem is I can't understand it for you. Believe it or not, James is actually the playboy of our group. He chases more tail than a dog running around in circles. Okay. I guess I kind of understand it. I mean, I would sit on his face if that meant I didn't have to look at it. Birth control for him is like leaving the lights on. I mean, let's take a look, honestly.
I'll take birth control any day, thank you.
And then there's Nick. Oh boy, after this I'll be getting divorced before I even get married. I do love you, Nick. And they do say that love is blind, but marriage is a complete eye-opener. I'm marrying him because I think he's funny. He thinks it's because he's good in bed, and I find that hysterical. Nick is a comic book guy. His favorite character is Flash, which makes sense because our foreplay is so fast. Honestly, I thought his favorite was Batman because his dentist is definitely the Joker. His teeth are so crooked, it looks like he's throwing gang signs. He tries, though. He really does. He has mint breath. I meant to brush my teeth this morning, but I forgot. Oh, I love you, baby. Don't divorce me yet. Lady Sabrina. Hi. I don't know you well, but I do remember before you got married, your nickname was Navy. I don't know if you remember that. I assumed it was because you were so full of semen. I know you're a dirty girl. You're so dirty, COVID would die of you. I was just like, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me over the volume of your hair? Just one quick guess. You do want to, when you die, you want to get cremated because you would never trust anyone else with your makeup, right? I do have one joke for you. How many drag queens does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
One. You just hold it up and let the whole world revolve around you. That's right, Steve. You shake your head now. Wait. I've known Steve for about 5 years, and I can honestly say I'm jealous of people who don't know him. Steve, is your family tree a cactus? Because you are such a prick. You seriously need to stop trying to be a smartass because you are the asshole. They say God doesn't make mistakes, but after looking at you, I have no faith. Some babies, it's true, some babies were dropped. You were clearly thrown against the wall. If only that hanger had been 2 inches to the left. I joke, Steve. Seriously, why don't you slip into something comfortable like a coma? All right, Justin. My heart, my love. Last and certainly least.
Yes.
Is that a roll of pennies in your pocket, or are you just happy to see Miles? Or is it closer to half a roll? Don't worry, Miles. I'm marrying a white guy too. I expect Justin was born, I don't know, somewhere on the highway, because that's where most accidents do happen. I mean, his birth certificate was actually an apology letter from the condom company. Now, he should have figured that out when his mom bought him his very first bath toys, a toaster and a radio. In all seriousness, I love you. You have seen me through some of the toughest times, and you know that. You see, I've known Justin for about 10 years, and look how far we have come. I was a waitress at Chili's, and he was a cook. Do you remember that?
I do.
And now I'm a mom, and Justin, well, Justin is still tossing salad. I love you. I love you.
I love you. Oh, that's good. Oh,
So good, baby.
oh God.
Nick, I don't know if I should let you handle this, but Natalie, are you done?
Oh.
What are you talking about? Nick never knows.
It's because I'm never done.
Ooh.
Okay.
we know, Natalie. We know.
Our next roaster follows the 10,000 hour rule and believes in doing what you know. That is why his day job involves counseling people with substance abuse problems. Nicholas Anderson, everyone.
Well, hi. Oh my God. Nat, that was great. That's great. Oh my God. I just got to give you some praise on here. All right. So, James is an actor, which means he's also a Democrat. And that's a good thing. That works out well for you, considering he always needs somebody to pay for all of his shit. James is also a big Patriots fan, right? He's always been a big Patriots fan. Yes, go Patriots. We're in New England. He's such a Patriots fan. He based all of his acting skills on the careful tutelage of Bill Belichick. No expression ever. Thank you, Justin. James, you look like Tom Hanks in Philadelphia, dying of AIDS.
Oh.
That's the reaction. If looks could kill, James, your face could cure corona.
Oh.
James is so ugly that not even Epstein wanted him on the island.
Oh no. Oh.
So we just heard from my future wife, or future ex-wife at this point, Natalie. So unfortunately, as I was writing for this, I couldn't come up with a joke that I thought was good enough for her. So I decided to generalize it to all women. Because I thought that'd be way funner. Yeah.
Makes you feel special.
Why does a woman wear white on her wedding day?
Why?
The dishwasher should always match the stove and fridge. Yeah, that happened. Yeah. All right. So I'm a big fan of people knowing things, like the actual definitions of things. The definition of a successful man, a man who earns more than his spouse can spend. Yeah. Also a good definition. What is a successful wife? A lady who is able to find that man. The definition of a psychologist in my dictionary, an expensive therapist that will provide you with answers which your wife can give you for free. That's nice. I like that. I like that. So what's the difference between a clitoris and a golf ball? A man will actually look for a golf ball. Yeah, he will. He will. Yeah. So I came up with one joke for Natalie, and then I'll move on to another wonderful human being that's standing in front of me. The last one is Natalie loves to sleep. Wait, no. I'm sorry. I misspelled that. Natalie likes to fuck other people. Okay. So, Lady Sabrina, we're moving on to you. I need to include everyone in this roast. I don't actually really know you. I, in fact, only met you about 30 minutes ago, right? But I thought to myself, how do I make fun of somebody I don't know? How will I do it? So let's begin. Not knowing anything about Lady Sabrina, I decided to look her up on Facebook. To my surprise, I see a dolled up picture of you looking like Meghan Trainor after being gang raped by Mormons. Yeah, you can all groan. It's okay. It's okay. It is audible to do so. I'm not saying that's a bad thing for you. I'm actually saying it's a new avenue for marketing for you. And I've got a great slogan that you can use. Come fuck Meghan Trainor, no need to ask. Yeah, thank you, Lady Sabrina. So okay. So there's this thing I've been grappling with for a while. I've been trying to figure out something, right? And I want your help, Lady Sabrina, right? It's this whole drag concept, okay? I've been a little confused about it. I'm not the brightest dude in the world, right? So let me explain to you a little bit of what I know, right? Let me see if I get it right. You tell me if I'm right, okay? You wake up in the morning, a dude, looking like a dude, dressing like a dude, jerking in the shower like a dude. And then at some point in your day, you decide to throw away all your privilege and get paid less than you would if you had a penis still.
Oh,
is that about right? No, that's not right. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to rethink that then. All right. So Steve, our wonderful host, who I think is doing a great job so far, considering all of his social deficits, being born a robot. So when people first meet Steve, they immediately think one of two things. How many feet away from a school zone is he allowed to be? And I wonder where his helmet is. Here's a little dinger for you. Steve looks like he is already infected with the next pandemic. So, Steve likes to fancy himself a writer. He likes to write poetry, short stories, even a few sketches for our, fun little comedy group here. Steve's most proud of his poetry, though. This modern day Shakespeare likes to send each of us in this group his new poems when he finishes a new gem of wordsmithery. I'd like to read one for you now if I could. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. I'm so fucking retarded, I eat glue. And now I've only got one more person left to insult here. And that's you, Justin. My buddy. The guy who I have, the most arguments in the group with. But I still think you're an amazing, talented guy. So enjoy the pain, sir. So here we are to roast Justin Bettencourt. Justin is a DJ by profession. I mean, he doesn't seem to have any real musical talent or understanding at all, other than pushing play on a laptop. Justin's stage name is Just Incredible, but really, just don't. Ever. Anything, Justin. Justin loves to sing. As some of us know, he runs the karaoke night at a gay bar. Justin loves to sing anything and everything possible. Justin is almost the James Hung of Bobby's Place.
Wait, it was James Hung.
William Hung?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
That guy.
It was way better when it was you. Really. Anyway, Justin is actually in his 60s. I know he looks so beautiful right there on camera, but he's actually in his 60s. He found what he calls the fountain of youth. It's 30 18-year-old men coming in one asshole. Yeah, yes, your asshole, Justin. Yes. Sorry, Miles. So when Justin said, hey, guys, why not do a roast of me? Which, of course, sounds great. It sounds like an amazing thing to do to roast Justin, right? To have consent, to have fun, to make fun, rather, of a person from the LGBTQAA plus go fuck yourself community. But then I thought, that's just too easy to make fun of sexuality. Who the hell wants to do that anymore? It's been done so many times. It's 2020. There is no reason to insult a person's sexual orientation or gender expression or to debate whether someone should have time traveled back to shoot his father before he shot off in some passed out girl at a frat party. But there's no need for that kind of ignorance here. None. Besides, God already hates him anyway. Justin, in a very serious way, my friend, I can respect you every day in the world, and I dig hanging out with you, brother. All right?
Love you, man.
Wow. Okay. Bringing the heat. Tegan Flanders said, you guys are doing great. This was a smart idea. Well, Tegan, you might be next. That's all I have to say. All right, fuckers, you've had your chance. Now it's my turn.
Oh.
Okay. James Sanguinetti. It's a pleasure that he could join us here tonight to roast the one and only Justin Bettencourt. I know it's been tough for you to find work since the last season of Boardwalk Empire. It's not every day that you get to roast Steve Buscemi's body double. No, I kid. James isn't anything like Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi is talented. And more attractive. No, you are seriously one goofy-looking motherfucker. James Sanguinetti looks like the lab result of breeding Keebler elves with normal people.
No.
Now, surprisingly, despite James's physical deformities, he has a reputation for being sort of a womanizer. Apparently, there are women out there who care about things aside from looks, manners, hygiene, stable income. And you would have figured he would have stopped picking up cheap whores after he caught secondhand AIDS from Charlie Sheen. And that's right. James has tiger blood now, which is apparently 80% cocaine and HIV. James has touched more dirty pussy than a Denny's toilet seat. James Sanguinetti has evacuated more cheap snatch than Planned Parenthood. James Sanguinetti has filled more grimy holes than Mighty Putty.
Oh no.
James Sanguinetti has actually been inside Amy Schumer. I would rather play Blood Brothers with a hepatitis patient than touch James Sanguinetti's dick. And that's all I got to say about that. Nicholas Anderson, a good friend of mine. If there's one thing I know about Nick, sorry, Natalie. Sorry. If there's one thing I know about Nick, it's that he has a long history of disappointing women. The last time Nick satisfied a woman was getting off of her. The first time Nick disappointed a woman, he just survived an abortion. To this day, Nick cannot get a boner unless he's got a coat hook around his neck. Nick is one creepy little sick bastard. Nick was the type of kid who politely declined the candy, but got into the back of the van anyway. Fucking creep would walk out of that sliding door 20 minutes later with a smile and a ring pop. And this man has kids now. But let me ask you, how do you pass on 46 chromosomes when you only have 42? Nick, I hope that joke doesn't leave you feeling down. Nick Anderson. Look at him. He's one ugly bastard. If I were you, I'd start making some fashion changes, my man. It's a perfect time to start wearing surgical masks, you know, to cover up all of that. But no, seriously, I love you, brother. Natalie. This is really hard to write jokes about you, you know, because you're such a sweet person. But I'm going to make fun of you anyway. Natalie Cabral is the bargain basement Molly Shannon. If Molly Shannon never worked on SNL or wrote anything noteworthy. In case any of you don't know, Nick and Natalie are actually engaged. Jesus, Nick. How did you get so lucky? You managed to snag a girl who was both into community theater and improv. If you ever have a child together, God forbid, if you ever have a child together, I suggest you start beating it while it's still in the womb to prepare it for the life ahead of it. Natalie is Portuguese. 100% in fact. Natalie is so Portuguese, she doesn't use tampons. She simply straps some masa bread to her panties to soak up the caldo. And last but certainly not least, Justin Bettencourt. A dear friend of mine for many years now. Recently got married. Some of you may not know, Justin is white. And he's married to a beautiful black man. It's a great sign of progress in our times that a gay interracial couple can exist and be happy. Think about it. 110 years ago, Justin's ancestors brought African men to a foreign land and forced them to a life of bondage and servitude on their knees. My, how the tables have turned. For any of you who didn't get that, that was a joke about oral sex.
Thanks, Steve. Yes.
Justin is an entertainer, very talented. And I'm not going to repeat this joke because Nick already did it, but not just anyone can play on a soundboard. Yeah. And whenever he gets annoyed with you while he's doing his job, he can just put on those headphones and nod his head and pretend he can't hear me. It must be hard to be a DJ in Taunton, Massachusetts, in between kicking out bums on heroin and pretending to actually care about karaoke. You have to find time to make yourself a drink while people walk to the back room to see the real DJ. Justin Bettencourt is the best DJ $11.50 an hour and free booze can buy. But no, seriously, it was really hard to roast you. and this is because I care about you deeply. It's because of you that I am the man I am today. You've inspired me deeply and pushed me to try lots of new things. Anal aside, I love you, bro. And let me introduce our next roaster for the evening, Lady Sabrina. I remember the first time I met our next roaster. It stands out to me because the glory hole at Bobby's wasn't usually slow that night. She smiled at me, wiped her mouth on her sleeve, and I said to her, "Thank you. I've always wondered what it would be like to stick my dick in the mouth of a piranha." I zipped up my pants and left to grab a bottle of iodine. Thank you. And thanks to you, Lady Sabrina, we no longer have to live in wonder. What would RuPaul's Drag Race look like if it were produced by TNT? You're a classy woman, even if you suck dick like a blender. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Sabrina.
Uh-oh. She's muted. I can't hear her.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Can't hear her.
Lady Sabrina, we can't hear you.
No.
We can't hear you.
Oh,
All right, she left. Mine,
she's gonna
see,
come back.
this is what I said when I meant, like, you know, technical difficulties. I imagine we might have some
We
of
were
these,
doing so
Life
good.
happens.
but sorry, I'll let her back in.
So far so good.
Oh,
Hope you
yeah.
guys are enjoying.
Look at this comment.
Oh, Steve,
Aaron LaFleur.
hey,
Um,
Aaron, he paid you to say that. Come on.
I
That's
did.
one of my best friends, thank you. If you say it for
Yeah,
Steve.
exactly. Exactly. He's your buddy, but yet Steve won.
Steve won. Thanks,
Yeah.
Aaron. Love you too.
Is Sabrina back yet?
Oh, almost.
Hello?
That's,
Speak.
How
that's
about
what
now?
Steve asked.
You can
Yes!
hear her. All right, everyone mute your
Okay,
mic.
everybody shut up!
All right, bitches. Here we go. Let's start with Steven. That was a wonderful introduction, you little pedophile. I love Steven. But if you look at Steven really closely, he looks like someone that would send you a love letter cut out of magazines. Like, I don't know, but if you look at him closely, he looks like someone who owns a white van and has candy. And it's not even the good candy, it's the little tiny ones, because he won't be outmatched by his penis. Steven's penis is so small it looks like a hamster in a headlock.
Oh.
You know, you should really trim more. You should really trim more. Because that little mushroom is not sticking up above the field grass right now. And I really hate when the head is bigger than the shaft. It almost looks like an ugly fucking mushroom. Steven's dick looks like an ugly fucking mushroom. But I think the big issue is that it's so close to his taint, which is so odoriferous. When you get down to Steven's taint, otherwise known as the shrub, because he trims his pubes as often as he trims that vagina on his face. Exactly. Exactly. That is some gross shit. Pussy smell better than the halitosis that comes out of that mouth.
Oh.
And you should know I don't like pussy. But I would take one over that gangrenous mouth. I love Steven. Like, setting up this whole situation was so easy and effortless. No, he's a fucking prick. He can't set up shit. It took an hour and a half to get everybody to hear each other. Steven, you suck. You suck in a way that wouldn't make me put anything in your mouth. Let's move along. James. Hi, James. James is terribly flirting with me prior to the production and the opening, which, you know, he likes to call my mouth. James sees himself as a womanizer. I really don't quite understand that, since there's nothing worse than a player with no game. It's terrible. It's terrible. His dick looks like a hamster in a headlock. It's tiny. It's tiny. But I appreciate that. I like little men that try. Let me tell you, his dick is smaller than the gap between his teeth. It is tiny. It is tiny. It's really sad, James, when you have to floss with apple cores, you know?
Oh, no.
Getting them in there. But, you know, James, don't get it wrong. I'm really attracted to men who have teeth like Indian corn. It's good.
Oh.
Good. It's good. I find it sexy. I do. I have no problem with the fact that I feel like a pirate when I have sex with you because of your sunken chest.
Oh.
But that's okay. I can make that little ass feel bigger. I have small hands. The next time that you have her eyebrows done, please, 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 do it. Have it done by a sighted person. It will help. It will help. You'll be a lot less Nicole Kidman-like.
Wow. I like Nicole Kidman.
But you know, James is a trooper. He loves sex. He doesn't know how to do it, but he loves it. He loves it. He loves it. 20 minutes later, how are you doing? I'm good.
So good.
It's really sad, but I love you anyway. I love you anyway. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself, but, you know, make sure that I'm drunk and completely incoherent. Thanks. Thanks. You know, I know that's how you like them. I know that's how you like them.
Yeah.
You know, because with James, it's not rape if you say surprise first. You know, how you doing? All right, let's move along to Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas.
Hi.
You know, I love when the little ones try. It's a beautiful thing. It's exciting for me, you know, to see them like the little engine that can't, you know, just trying and trying. He looks like he shows up to a first date with duct tape.
Oh, shit. Oh my!
I mean, it's not that like I'm against that at all. You know, I'm not. I like a little rough play. I also, you know, like to know it's being done by a man who can handle something more than a 4-inch shove. No. Nicholas, don't be upset. I love a 4-inch shove as long as it's accompanied by 2 fingers, because, you know. And his ass is so hairy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, you can tell that he never wanted to be a bottom. because the hair is like thatch. It's like over, woven together, protecting that cornhole within an inch of his life. Which is great and all, but then you look at that face. I think Natalie is a real trooper because you sit on that and you don't giggle, which either means you have an extreme low self-esteem or he has a trust fund and you're just hoping to suffocate him. I don't care about your business, girl. If that's your swerve, work it, girl. But I saw your pictures on Facebook, and let me just say, pigtails, never do that again.
I know.
Never do that
I'm
again.
too old.
Girl, you look like
I know.
the cheerleader. Well, you look like the friend of the cheerleader that hangs out with the cheerleaders that think they're cool because they're with the cheerleaders, but they're really fucking not. You.
Yep.
You. But after looking at Nicholas, because I don't know you that well, but I went through your Facebooks, and I have to tell you, I want to know how you two fell in love. Like, was it immediate, or was it more of Stockholm's disease? Well, I know that he's a military man. He's used to all of those, So clearly, we already know by you dating a military man that you take it up the ass. We already know that. We already know that because in the foxholes, you know that he shoved it into anything that was throbbing. Anything that was throbbing. Don't act simple, Nicholas. Don't act simple. You stuck it deep. You took a lot of military men's temperatures. I'm well aware. Doesn't matter where the hole leads, you still went in deep. You sick fuck. Oh, Steven, did I already do you? Because I feel like I want to go back to you.
Not the first time I heard that.
I know, but I don't have your credit card. So you look like you would send a love letter cut out of a magazine. Just one of those ransom note types of love. I appreciate Steven because Steven has my sound, so I'm going to be very nice to Steven because he has my sound. And I promise I will blow you intensely later.
I appreciate that.
No, that's fine. And it's not like what I said to James because that was a lie. But I also told James that he was like the man and all it, and I couldn't picture myself with anyone else, and I had a really hard time giggling. But I love James. How you doing, James? Go ahead, flash that 4 inches at me. I love you. All right, so let's move on to Justin. Justin, this isn't going to be more like a landfill. It's you know the size of your asshole. This is going to be big. The funny thing about Justin is Justin has no ass, but he's a bottom. It's almost like when he leans over, the rosebud comes up to meet you.
Wow.
But let me tell you, there's nothing like dating a pothead with the munchies when you want to get your ass eaten. Justin is the reason why Chapstick came out with an aerosol.
Whoa.
You know, I find it ridiculously annoying that Justin is as thin as he is. I mean, you just look at him. It's like, you just imagine him having to run around in the shower to get wet. You know? But, you know, having sex with Justin is quite an experience, I will say. It's kind of like doing the hokey pokey. You know, you put your arm in, you put your arm out, you put your arm in, then you shake it all about. Having sex with Justin is like having sex with a bell. You have to swing it side to side to get any feeling. And I will leave you with this. How is Justin like KFC?
How?
Because once you're done with the legs and thighs, all you have left is the greasy box to throw your bone in.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Thank you, Lady Sabrina. That was amazing.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh.
Oh, I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. Our final roaster for the evening needs no introduction. He's the reason you're all watching, all three of you on Facebook. A man we all enjoy and a man who I love deeply.
Oh,
Justin
really? You
Bettencourt.
have Pepsi too?
Yes, we all do.
I do.
Oh man! All right, guys. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. This was only supposed to be a half an hour long, and we're creeping up on an hour. So, Steve,
Fuck it. Do it.
Steve,
You know about creeping, don't you?
Steve, let me start with you. Why don't you save your breath? You're gonna need it to blow up your next date. We don't need you talking anymore. So, Steve looks like one of those guys that asks you if this rag smells funny. That's the kind of guy that Steve looks like.
Seems like you learned that from experience.
Yeah. No. But all right, we'll move on from Steve though. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. James has been smiling a lot tonight. James, your teeth to me look like the stars, a little yellow and spaced apart. Like they're just, you know, all over the place. James has what I like to call resting shit face because he looks one of two ways. Either he looks like he's fucked up or he looks like he's trying to take a shit. It's one of the two. It's never both. It's one of the two. But anyway, moving on. Natalie, I was trying so hard to come up with roasts for you, and I really couldn't do it. The only thing that I could possibly think of is that Sabrina has heels higher than your standards, because, I mean... Yeah, and that's more of a dig on Nick, and I'm sorry, Nick. I'm so sorry. Nick and I actually got into a fight right before we started this whole thing because I was insisting that he changed his name on here to his actual name so that people knew who he was. And stupid me, I forgot he was from the South. He probably doesn't know how to spell his name. So Nick, I do apologize. I'm sorry for calling you out earlier. That was my bad.
Okay.
Speaking of Nick, poor Nick. Nick is so ugly that when he was born, the doctor slapped his mother instead. It was so sad. It was so sad. Oh, God. My back is sticking to the back of this chair. Oh, it's
dirty.
gross. It's gross. No, but seriously, anyway, Nick, speaking of you being from the South, so is Natalie from your mother's side or your father's side? How does that work? Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Both, actually.
Both? Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. You know, the only person that I really don't think that I can roast is Sabrina. I mean, Sabrina, the only thing that I can say about you is that you're so old that when you were young, rainbows were black and white. I mean, you know, you spread your legs and moths and dust come out. Like, we all know how that works. You know, it's. But I got nothing. I mean, that's it. You guys left me speechless. I do want to take this opportunity to thank everybody that tuned in, that viewed us. I want to thank everybody from NSFE, all y'all, as well as Lady Sabrina, our special guest. This was an experiment for us tonight, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We are planning on doing some stuff in the future, but that's all I have, and I'm going to leave you with this. My dick.
James wants to have my baby.
My dick.
Steve, take it away.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I didn't actually plan anything after you spoke. I was hoping you
God
were going
damn
to
you,
close out
Steve.
the show, but thank
wants to
you
see
for
my boobs.
watching. Who
Thank
wants to
you.
see Lady
Thank you guys
Sabrina's
for
boobs?
watching.
Thank you,
Enjoy
Lady
you guys.
Sabrina. Let's thank everyone. One thing we should say is the next thing we might be planning is a drinking show on Cinco de Drinko, May 5th. So we're thinking about doing, we don't know it's planned yet, but it's going to be a drinking show May 5th. Okay, that's our next
You
plan.
just want to get me drunk, James.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
forget about Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah.
Guilty as
Cinco
charged.
de
Guilty as charged.
Drinko.
No, but thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you, Lady Sabrina, so much. Thank you for Justin for being a good sport. Fuck
Thank
you, Nick,
you.
as always. And
Thank you, James, for taking over. You're so powerful and strong.
I
really
love it.
appreciate that.
And we will see you guys on Cinco de Drinko.
You're
Yes,
cool.
you're
Fuck you.
Cheers. Have a good night.
Good night.
Cheers.